How are you, grade 4? This video is about how to write an explanatory text. So let's start saying the meaning of explanatory texts. Explanatory texts are pieces of writing that explain how or why something happens. So it's like how a torch works, the life cycle of a butterfly or any other animal, or how a gun works. The explanatory text could be 3 or 4 paragraphs, so let's start with the first one. The first paragraph is an opening paragraph stating what it is that you are explaining. So here you are going to write general information about your topic, or you are going to give a definition for the topic you are going to talk about. For example, if your title is How the Heart Works, it will be something like, the heart is the engine or pump for the body. It never stops pumping blood around the body's one-way system. So here we mentioned the definition of the heart, but we didn't go into details yet. Then let's move to the body paragraphs, and as we said, it could be 2 or 3 body paragraphs. These paragraphs are a series of paragraphs that explain the process, or it's going to explain each stage of the process. Let's see an example of it. Blood is pumped around the body by the heart. First, it sends blood without oxygen to the lungs to get oxygen. A network of tubes called arteries and veins carry the blood around the body. Arteries take blood away from the heart. Most veins have valves to keep the blood flowing back to the heart. This is the second paragraph, and it's stating the first stage that the heart pumps the blood that carries oxygen to the body parts. So here we mention the importance of the veins and arteries in our body. As for the third paragraph, we are going to complete explaining the other stages. So let's read it. It then pumps the blood containing oxygen around all the other parts of the body. As a result, the blood returns to the heart to start the process of getting oxygen all over again. So here is going to explain the second stage. It's how the blood goes from the body parts to the heart. And this is how the process is going to be repeated again. The last paragraph, or the concluding paragraph, you can continue to explain another aspect connected to your topic, or you can write something that links back to the first paragraph. In this paragraph, you can sum up what you said in the previous stages. You can write another stage that's left in your process, or you can write a general information about the process again. Let's see. It's easy to find places on the body where you can feel a pulse. This is the beat of blood as it rushes through veins or arteries. The rest is a good place to try. So let's remember together again. The opening paragraph, it's the introduction where we can write the general information about the topic. The second one and the third one, you are going to write or explain each stage of the process. The last paragraph is a concluding one where you can write a sum up for what you said. You can write another stage, or you can write general information about the process. Don't forget the language techniques. First, it's written in the present tense because we are stating facts. Second, it's written in the third person. Third, we can use connectives of cause and effect like because, therefore, and if. Fourth, pictures and label diagrams is going to be very useful because it makes the text more vivid as if you are seeing the process. The last point is the bullet points which organizing the text. Don't forget also the language features. It's written in chronological order, and as we said, it must be written in a certain order as each stage is depending on the other, so you cannot mix them up. Then you can use the technical language and the scientific terms, which are words related to certain fields. For example, if we are talking about the heart, the word arteries, veins, blood vessels, all of these are technical terms because these words can only be found in text talking about the body. You cannot find them anywhere else. Then the last point is the subheading, which make it easier for the reader to find the information. Here, this is another sample of explanatory text. It's about how a hot air balloon works. We are going to analyze each paragraph. The first paragraph is an introduction, which is generally in sentences to introduce the topic or definition. A hot air balloon is a very simple flying machine which can carry a small number of people through the air. Here we use the present tense and we use the third person as in the word people. The second paragraph is talking about the parts of the hot air balloon. It consists of the balloon itself, known as the envelope, the hot air burner, and the basket which carries the people. Here again, we use the present tense as in the word consist, and we use technical terms as in the word envelope, hot air burner, and basket. The third paragraph, it's about how it works. When the pilot wants to go up, he lights the burner, which is above the passenger's head. The burner heats the air inside the envelope, which blows up like a balloon. Because hot air rises, the air lifts the balloon up into the air, which is carried by the wind. If the pilot wants to come down, he simply turns down the burner so the air cools again. So here we use the third person as in pilot and the pronoun he, and we use some connectives like when, because, if, and so. The last paragraph, which is the conclusion, he gives us another general information, which is about what hot air balloons are used for. Hot air balloons will never take over from airplanes because they are too slow, difficult to control, and carry only a few people. They are very beautiful, however, and are popular hobby with some people. So here, this is the concluding part, and we also use the connectives like because and however. This is how you are going to write the explanatory text. I hope it's useful for you. Thank you for listening.